Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Meydan Racecourse here on Thursday. It is January the 18th, 2018. Gonna look at all the races on today's program from Meydan, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And join me this weekend if you're interested in the UK races. The Clarence House Chase from Ascot's this Saturday, and it's a great race. It's always been one of my favorite races of the jumping season, along with the Tingle Creek from Sandown, which just passed this past month, last month. But join me for a preview of that here on YouTube for the Clarence House, and join me next week. Big racing here in the States at Gulfstream with the Pegasus World Cup coming up on Saturday the 27th. So join me here on YouTube for that preview. Also, hopefully we could pick up some winners at Gulfstream. But today's program for Meydan looks like it could be a bit of a challenge. Some races I think are pretty formful though. But let's get on to it. Starting off with the first race from Meydan. First post time here in the United States, here on the East Coast, here in New York City, is 9:30 local time. In the UK, it's local time of 2:30, and I believe it's about. I have no idea what's the local time in the UAE in Dubai, but it's evening there. But the first race from Meydan, it's the UAE 1,000 Guineas Trial. It's fillies conditions race, going for a purse of 100 grand, going for 3-year-olds only fillies here. Field of 14 horses tackling the 1,400 meter trip or 7 furlongs on the dirt course. Top pick in this one, I like the number 4 horse, Express Sissy. I'm going to go 4-13-5 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 4-13-5, TriCast, trifecta. Top pick number 4, Express Sissy. This 9-5, Godolphin owned. Charlie Appleby, William Buick ridden, 3-0 filly here. Bring from barrier number 12, which I think is a little bit of a tough barrier to overcome. But if she's fit enough, I think she can get a good trip. She's making her dirt debut. We'll get to that in a minute, but most recently, she ran on the 28th of October. That came at Newbury, 7 furlongs and a fillies listed stakes. Horse finished third by 1 1/4 lengths. The ground was very, very wet that day, and just really couldn't get a good good closing kick at the end. He had the perfect running style, just sitting off the leaders, which I think is great on this race course. But that day, this horse just couldn't get a good closing kick. Before that, in the Group 3 Godolphin Oh So Sharp Stakes at Newmarket, 7 furlongs on the Rolly Mile. This horse finished 6th by 5 3/4 lengths. Again, just really hit the wall in the straightaway. Weakened out of it in the final 100 meters. Wasn't his day to win. And then the fillies novice to Chelmsford, the 5th of October, 7 furlongs. First start in 6 weeks. This horse won by 2.5 lengths. Had a great trip. High weight didn't affect his horse. This horse won for fun. Making her dirt debut today. Like I said, she's going to have to overcome a wide post draw, but she can sit a little bit closer where she's not going to get so much dirt in her face. If she sits closer, I think she could get a good one. William Buick gets the mounts. I think he'll run a big one, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the first from Meydan, it's the UAE 1,000 Guineas Trial. Going to go with the 4 horse. Going to go 4-13-5 in the TriCast or the trifecta. Basically my top 3. So now let's get on to race number 2 from Meydan. The second race is the Yashat Satellite Cup Handicap. It's a handicap going for a purse of $60,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 20 horses, but the 17 through 20 are also eligible as reserves. So only 16 could go with a distance of ground of 2,000 meters or 1.25 miles on the turf course here at Meydan. Top pick in this race, I like the number 12 horse, Jazzoon. I'm going to go 12-6-3 and 12-6-13 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 12-6-13 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 12, Jazzoon. 6-1, 4-year-old gelding by Dubawi. Sylvester D'Souza gets the leg up. Most recently, this horse had to start the 4th of January. They came in here at Meydan, 1.25 and a handicap. This horse won very nicely by 1 1/4 lengths. Had a great trip early on that day, and Tango Shea rode this horse to a great victory, just sitting mid-pack. An all-around great race. Start before the 23rd of November. They come on the dirt here at Meydan, 2,000 meters, and just a basic handicap for horses rated 73 to 84. His horse finished 4th that day by 2.5 lengths. He sat a little bit closer that day, just couldn't get a good closing kick at the end. It just wasn't his day to win. And then Sandown going the 2,800 meter trip, or on back in July. You know, this horse that day, he finished 5th. I think the distance was a little bit too long. Couldn't get a good closing kick. It just wasn't his day to win. But I think the 2,000 or the 1.25 trip today, this horse should really like, and I'll take my chances with him. You know, he's run pretty nicely in the past at this distance, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the second from Meydan, I'm going to go with the 12 horse Jazzoon. I'm going to go 12-6-13 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 3 from Meydan. The third race, it's the SEPSA Energy Cup Handicap. It's a handicap going for a purse of $125,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses going the 1,600-meter trip or 1 mile on the dirt. Top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse, Rodani. I'm going to go 5-1-8 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 5-1-8 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 5, Rodani. 7-1, Sylvester D'Souza. Again, I have him this race for the Simon Christopher Train 4-year-old gelding by exchange rate. You know, this horse is running in the UK most recently. Most recent start came on the 29th of August at Ripon. 1 mile or the 1,600-meter trip in a conditioned stakes. Horse won by 1 3/4 lengths. You know, carrying good weight of 124 pounds. This horse just quickened up nicely and just had a very easy victory in 4 horses. Major improvement off his start before what came at Royal Ascot, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Hampton Court Stakes. This horse was 66-1 and ran like a 66-1 shot should run. Finished 11th by 13 legs. It was just never there. It wasn't his day to win on that very firm ground. And then it sat down in late May the 25th in illicit stakes. This horse finished 5th by 9 1/4 lengths behind Cafu Shimini. You know, even Frankie Dettori couldn't help this horse that day. Really just never showed up. But looking at this horse's running lines, he's never stepped under it, but I think he could get the, he's bred to go under in my eyes, I think. You know, he has a kind of a good running style, sitting a little bit closer, what you need here on this dirt course, and he has a decent post draw from the 3 barrier. I'll take my chances with him. His last decent run before the Ripon victory last out, you have to go back to a 2-year-old campaign that came at Doncaster in September of 2016. 7 furlongs and just a listed stakes. This horse won by a nose, had a great turn of foot at the end, and it was an all-around great victory. He actually won 4 in a row to begin his career. After that, he lost 6 in a row or something like that. But I think he's back on the right foot on this race course. Not tough for horses. Watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the third for Meydan, it's the SEPSA Energy Cup Handicap. I'm going to go with the 5 horse Rodani. I'm going to go 5-1-8 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 4 from Meydan. 4th race, we're stepping back onto the turf. It's the, and hopefully I say this right, it's the Muba Dali Global Trophy Handicap. It's handicap going for a purse of $175,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. This handicap, field of 8 horses, going the 2,000-meter trip or a mile and a quarter on the turf, on the lawn. Top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse, Born to Be Alive. I'm going to go 5-2-6 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 5-2-6, TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 5, Born to Be Alive. 4-year-old gelding by Born to See. Colm O'Donoghue gets the leg up on this one. Most recently, his horse had to start the 26th of December. I came in the UK at Wolverhampton, and I think I backed this horse that day. Mile 3:16 to the 1,900-meter trip and a Class 2 handicap. This horse finished second by half length. Had the 3-pound apprentice up that day, and first started off the layoff. He ran a decent second place finish. He quakened up nicely, just missed, but it wasn't a half bad run. I think I said that day this horse wants the mile and a quarter trip. He's getting it today. He's back on turf, not nearly as tough race. Good barrier draw. I think he should run a major race. Start before the 27th of September. They came at Goodwood, soft ground, mile and a quarter listed stakes. Finished 3rd by 6 lengths. He wasn't getting a good piece of the ground. I do think he's a horse that would like the firm ground that you're going to see here today, but he just couldn't get a good closing kick. And then at France on the 18th of August, a mile and 1/8 in the listed stakes. Horse finished second by 1 3/4 lengths. Again, he quickened up nicely, just missed. It wasn't a half bad run. You know, he's only won once. That came at Ayr in June of 2017, mile in a maiden race. This horse won by 8 lengths. This destroyed the field. Getting back to turf today, firm ground, mile and a quarter trip. I think he should run a big one. 7-1's a great price. He's my best bet at the card for Meydan. So to recap my bets for the 4th from Meydan, it is the Muba Dala Global Trophy Handicap. Gonna go with the 5 horse, Born to Be Alive, my best bet. Gonna go 5-2-6 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to today's featured 5th race from Meydan. The featured 5th race, it is the Dubawi Stakes, sponsored by Borealis. It's a Group 3 race here, going for a purse of $175,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses, going the 1,200-meter trip or 6 furlongs on the dirt course. Not all weather here at Meydan anymore. It's the dirt. 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. Before we get on to this, this most the past day, can't speak all of a sudden, past day I've been going back through some old videos I recorded off the TV, and one of them was the old Nat Al Sheba before we had Meydan, and my God, I missed that race course, that long 6 furlong straightaway. You had some great races there, the old turf course. I do miss that race course, but I heard the facilities at Meydan are way better. But personally, I do the layout of the race course, well, I think in my eyes was a little bit better at Nat Al Sheba. But back to this race, you know, you have some great older horses in this race. You have the one horse Ronaldo the Wizard, 12-year-old gelding who's been around the town, been around the block a few times. He's running in this one. Don't fancy him in this spot. You have the 4-horse Murab, a 9-year-old gelding who's running this one. I like him a little bit, but not to win. But a horse I like here, you know, he's the youngster of the group, I think. About the second youngest of the group. My top pick, number 5 here, Kamikaze. I'm going to go 5-4-1 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 5-4-1 here in the Group 3 Dubawi Stakes. Top pick, number 5, Kamikaze. 4-1, breaking from barrier number 5. William Buick gets on this Charlie Albee trained 5-year-old gelding by Distorted Humor. Godolphin owns this one. Most recently, his horse had his first start of the Dubai season. That came on the 21st of December. That came here Meydan, 6 furlongs in the listed stakes. Horse finished second by 6 lengths behind Murab. You know, Murab just ran a bit of a better race. This horse, he needed the race, and plus William Buick wasn't really going to town on this horse. You know, he's probably saving saving the horse for the Group 3 better prize money race. But I think coming here second off the layoff, good post draw, I think he should run a lot better of a run. You know, before the 24th of June, I came to the UK at Royal Ascot, firm ground, 6 furlongs in the Group 1 Diamond Jubilee. Horse finished 13th by 11 lengths, a little bit too overmatched. Those horses were a little bit better, really just never showed up. He really eased out of it. And then in the Duke of York Clipper Logistics Stakes during the May meeting at York, 6 furlongs, horse finished third by 4 lengths. Again, high weight of 134 pounds. He just never was there. You know, he's run here on Meydan quite a few times in the past, like on the dirt. He finished second last year's Dubai Golden Shaheen at 50-1 behind Mind Your Biscuits, who ran a terrific race. This horse ran a terrific race for second, also breaking from a wide parrier draw. Before that, he finished fourth in the prep race for the Golden Shaheen, and he won a very nice handicap going 6 furlongs here at Meydan in the past last year. He's a nice horse. He should run a big one. 4-1. I'll take my chances with him. So to recap my bets for the 5th from Meydan, it's the Group 3 Dubawi Stakes. Gonna go with the 5-horse Kamikaze. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm gonna go 5-4-1 in the TriCast or the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 6 from Meydan. The 6th race, it's the Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi World Classic Health Care Cup Handicap. It's handicap going for a purse $135,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 14 horses going the 1,200-meter trip or 6 furlongs on the turf course. Top pick in this race, I like the number 1 horse, the Australian number 1 Fatina. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Gonna go 1-3-12 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 1-3-12 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 1, Fatina, Australian bred horse here, 6-year-old gelding owned by Al Maktoum. Jim Crowley gets the leg up on this one. Most recently, his horse had to start in Australia at Flemington, the 7th of November, 5 furlongs and just a basic listed stakes. His horse finished second by a length that day. And, you know, this horse had he had a good trip in my eyes that day. You have to remember the 5 furlongs at Flemington, or the 1,000-meter trip at Flemington, shall I say, is a straight course, very similar to Meydan. And, that day, he was leading that day early on, free on the lead, got caught right before a wire, but it wasn't a half bad run that day. You know, before that Caulfield, the 21st of October, in the Group 2 race, 1,000 meters, his horse finished third by 3 1/4 lengths. You know, he just sat off the leaders that day and just really couldn't get a good closing kick at the end. It wasn't his day to win. And then before that, on the 29th of November, Mooney Valley, 1,000 meters, and again, just a listed stakes. It's going to be in a Group 1 race, excuse me. This horse finished 6th that day, really just never got to the front end. It wasn't his day to win. He was the best he was mid-pack. But I think coming here to straight 5 furlong, straight 1,200 or 6 furlongs, I think he should really like that, and I think I'll run a big one. I'll take my chances with him. I think the odds on him are decent at 3-1. So to recap my bets for the 6th from Meydan, gonna go with the 1-horse Fatina, gonna go 1, 3, 12 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Meydan. The nightcap from Meydan, it's the Global Fundraise Semiconductor Trophy Handicap. Handicap going for a purse of $135,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. This handicap field of 18 horses, but we have 2 reserves are also eligible. 17 and 18 are also eligible. 16 could go. The 1600 or 1 mile on the turf course. Top pick in this one, I like the number 6 horse, Salsabil. I'm going to go 6-11-1 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 6-11-1 TriCast trifecta. Top pick number 6, Salsabil. Godolphin owned, Charlie Appleby trained, William Buick up on this one. I have William Buick 3 times tonight with Godolphin, so they better have a good night. But this horse, he's a very nice, bred horse. He hasn't run, though, in nearly 8 months. Most recent start came on the 14th of May. That came at Deauville in France. 1 mile, 1,600 meters in the Group 1 Essay Paulines de Deauville, which is basically the French 2,000 Guineas. This horse finished 12th by 16 lengths. He never showed up. It just wasn't his day to win. Throw that race out. I think coming here off the layoff, firm ground, good post drive, you should run a little bit of better race. Start before the 18th of April. I came to the Craven meeting at Newmarket. 7 furlongs in a conditions race. Horse finished second by neck. High weight of under 32 pounds. This horse closed up well, just missed. It wasn't a half bad run that day, especially off the layoff. And then before that, at Doncaster's, a 2-year-old, 7 furlongs listed stakes. Horse finished second by a nose behind Rodani, who I have earlier on the card on the dirt. This horse just couldn't catch Rodani, ran a bit of a better race, but this horse was second best. I think here, getting the 1600 at 1 mile off the layoff, firm grounds. Watch out for him to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Meydan, it is the Global Fundraise Semiconductor Trophy Handicap. I'm going to go with the 6 horse Salsabi. I'm going to go 6-11-1 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody, and join me next Thursday for some more Meydan action.